Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Coco.
Hello and welcome back to Coco Blooms. As you guys already know, if you've been here before, this channel is all about me blossoming, me growing, and me loving myself where I am. So what I want to share with you all is 20 things about me. So you see that I like fashion because that's what I put on my channel. You see that I love encouraging you all that you are winners because that's what I put on my channel. And you can see that I love to read. So I have done about, I think, 1 or 2 book reviews. I have one that I'm also putting up this week. So you see that, but I want to give you a little bit more about me. So if you want to know more about me, please stay tuned. First thing, my favorite. So I want to start with a few of my favorites. I've mentioned this before, but my favorite color is purple. I don't have much purple clothes, but I love purple. I will say that for my last birthday, my 30th birthday, I wore a purple long gown with sequins and beading, and you just couldn't tell me I wasn't popping. I also have some purple shades that I like to wear, and my favorite, some purple popping lipstick. So I remember when heroin came out, the color heroin and MAC lipstick came out, and that's all I wanted to wear. So of course I couldn't wear it to work, but anytime I could wear it outside of work, oh, I was wearing that purple lipstick. My next favorite is my favorite food. So my favorite food is shrimp. Now, it reminds me of Forrest Gump when I think the Forrest Gump movie when I think of shrimp. I love fried shrimp, grilled shrimp, spicy shrimp, jumbo shrimp, little shrimp, tiny shrimp, all cocktail shrimp. When I call Grace, that's the Chinese store. Can I get a shrimp and broccoli? She'd be like, oh, you want $2 extra more shrimp? Spicy? Yes. So my favorite food is shrimp. If I could eat something every day, it definitely would be shrimp. My next favorite is my favorite family game. And this one was sort of hard for me to decide which one. So it was between Categories and Monopoly. Monopoly won, hands down. First of all, I went to school for accounting, so I'm all about numbers. I'm all about money. And come on, let's come up with some strategy how I'm going to get all these houses, all these properties, so that I'll be able to come up with some sort of negotiation when somebody don't have any money. Like, all right, well, give me your property to add to my properties. And everybody knows when you're near Go, it's like Park Place, and it's another one, the 2 blue ones, and that's like the ones that cost the most, and you want to land on there to buy them so you can automatically start building your properties and your hotels. So when people land on there, boom, give me 1,400, give me 1,600. So it's all about family fun. So that's my top one, but I do want to talk about Categories because that one is fun too, and that's when you have a list. Gives you different items on that list. You roll a die with letters on there, and with the letter you have to answer the list. So let's say it runs on P, and on the list it says states. So you got to put a state that starts with P, but it's like 15 on the list, and you have like a timer. So that one is so fun. So when you're going over the answers and people are saying crazy answers and how you can challenge it, it's funny. I remember one time I was playing with my friends, and I think one of the things was like, name a body of water, you know, like the Atlantic Ocean, the Nile River, and somebody put, I think, like Dasani or Poland Spring. We were laughing at that like the whole night, like not a bottle of water, but a body of water. So favorite game, Monopoly. Second in line would be Categories. My next favorite is makeup. I love makeup. It doesn't matter what brand it is, as long as it doesn't break me out, I'm all for it. So whether it's from MAC, Ulta, Sephora, whether I'm trying to do something quick and I need to run to Target, I want a new lipstick color, I am all for makeup. Now that I'm going to move a little bit more to a different side. So I'm going to talk about what I value the most. And what I value the most is friendship and family. So what I will say about friendships is I have a friend all the way from the 3rd grade, and then I have a friend that I just met probably like 2 weeks ago, and it feels like I've known this person forever. So friendship is super important for me. One thing I will say is with majority of my friends, I have a tattoo that matches their tattoo. For example, my very first tattoo. How about this? Mom, how many tattoos do I have? Do you know? Do you know? Well, I have 3 tattoos in all, and all of them represent some form of friendship. So my very first tattoo that I got was when I was in college, and it's behind my ear. Don't worry about that extra beady beads back there, but it's behind my ear. And it represents friendship with, I call them the roses. So these are girls that were 1 year underneath me. I started to get to know them by being their RA, so their resident assistant. And they are lovely girls. Some of them I talk to every day. Some of them, it's one of those things like, when I see you, hello, what's up? There's no love lost. Everyone sees friendship differently. So friendship isn't, I gotta call you every day. For me, now for someone else, it may be different, but friendships are things, well, friendships are people that you can depend on. So. Next thing about me is I own my own business. So it's called Ashley Loves Mobile Tutoring. And I actually started this about 7 months ago. Before I even started my business, I actually was a tutor for another business, and it went well for a little bit. And then it was time for me to leave. So I started my own business. And at first it was a little rocky because I'm like, oh my gosh, I know how to tutor, but how do I get myself out there? Because at the time I was doing a fast from social media, which I still am. It's gone on a little bit, 7.5 months since I've been on social media. So it's like, how am I going to get my business out there? But because of my wonderful friends and family, they were able to advertise for me. And I've been in business for about 7 months. I love music. So whether it's gospel, country, opera, trap, I love music. A lot of my friends will tell you that I have like this little bad relationship with Cardi B. I think she's super amazing, but I know all her music I should not be listening to. So saints, pray for me. But I love music. I love when it has a good hook. I love when it's just some decent beats on it. I love music. I think back to my 25th birthday, and we went to my friend surprised me, and we went to karaoke. So this place, I think it was like Chinatown, called Tango. So amazing. It gave me a time that I can sing off beat. I can sing to my gospel tune if I wanted to, tap my foot, do a little movement with karaoke. So I love music. Many people know this. I would say out of all my friends, they will tell you that Ashley, she may be late to an event, but she will be dressed to the nines. Yes, I will. I'm going to make sure that I leave my house and I'm feeling confident. I'm dressed up, got my heels on, got my skirt on, whatever the case it may be. I am dressed up, especially if it's like a wedding, a birthday party. Like, this is a time where you can put on your best. 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, I'm at work. So I'm dressed, but I feel like I'm dressed like on an 8. But when it's time to go out, oh, I'm going to give you over a 10. We're going to do this thing. We're going to show up and shout out. Even for church. Church isn't a party, but church is a place where you go to worship and have a good time with God. So if I can show up somewhere else dressed nice, I'm definitely going to show up to church dressed nice. But I am grateful that I'm able to wear a pair of jeans and a nice shirt to church. You know, I remember when I was growing up, you had to wear your skirts, you had to wear your stockings. Not knocking it, but I'm just happy that I can wear my jeans and my sneakers now. And you can dress that up too with a nice little top, with your jewelry, with your pocketbook. So anything can be dressed up. It's all how you style it and how you feel in it. One thing that is new to me is walking. So exercise isn't something new to me. As you can see from my weight loss journey video, this is something that I'm constantly doing. But what's new to me is hiking and walking on this trail. So there's this trail near my house where I try to do it at least 3 times a week. I try my best to do it at least 3 times a week. It's like about 4 miles, 4.25 miles, going all the way to the end and coming back to your car. And I try to do it. But most importantly, what's so popping about that trail is when I'm not by myself. So when I'm with my friend and we're able to talk, whether it's about life, whether it's about our goals, it makes the walk, first of all, it makes the walk seem like it's going by much faster. And it's just great getting to know someone who you are close to. So that is something else that I enjoy doing. So something else about me is, like all people, we have pet peeves. So I would say that my top pet peeve of them all is toothpaste in the sink and water around the sink. I don't want to go to anyone's house and I see it because I'm going to clean it out. And I definitely don't want you to come visit my house and brush your teeth and leave toothpaste in the sink. It just bothers me so much. Like, rinse that toothpaste out the sink, wipe the sink off, and then exit the bathroom. It just makes me so mad. So that is one of my top pet peeves. So of course there's more, but I'm not going to name them all for you. But that is one of the top ones. Don't leave no toothpaste in the sink. Please don't leave no toothpaste in the sink. Which brings me to my next item. I am a neat freak. So I have all these throw pillows on my bed, and I can tell if someone has sat on my bed and the throw pillow is off, or I can tell when someone's been in my room and they're moving things around. I can just tell. I'm just such a neat freak. Like, I guess it's not that bad. So I'm not like a neat freak where I have to sweep my room every day, but I am a neat freak where it needs to look in order. It needs to at least have the appearance of it being clean, and then maybe I can do a deep clean once every 3 days. So keeping things in order, knowing if I keep my hairbrushes here, I want to go back to that spot and see my hairbrushes there. If I have my heels lined up on this row and my sneakers lined up on this row, that is how I want it to remain. So I am extremely neat. Sometimes it can be bothersome because sometimes I don't want to go to bed unless my room is in order. But hey, it is what it is. Favorite fabric is sequins. So as you can see behind me, I have my sequins items up because anytime it's time for me to get dressed up and I want to throw some sequins on, it's right there. I love that it goes with the decor of my room also. So them sequins stay up at all times. But don't get it confused. Sequins and sparkly, it's totally different. So sparkly is okay, but sequins is better. I really like the sequins that you can move back and forth and it turns into a different color. So it's like 2 outfits in one. So if you see anything sequins and you thinking of me, just let me know. Just let me know. Pick it on up and let me know. I love shoes. High heels, platform heels, flat shoes. I'm not down with the kitten heel because I just feel like it just doesn't, it hurts the back of my foot. I'm not down with that, but I love shoes. So you can catch me wearing a pair of shoes before you'll catch me wearing a pair of sneakers. But if I do have a pair of sneakers on, who can guess what kind of sneakers am I going to wear? If you watch my videos, I name these sneakers in almost all my fashion videos because I feel like there is such a simple sneaker that you can throw on with anything. Yes, Vans. Give me some Vans, some black and white checker ones or some all black ones or some white slip-on ones. They go with everything. Now, I will wear them. Now, there are some sneakers that I do like, but I just cannot bring myself to pay for them. Like, I can't do it. Like, I feel like I could spend a lot of money on a pair of heels, but I can't see myself paying a lot of money for sneakers because with the heels, I'm probably going to wear them all the time. Not in a row, but I'll wear them often enough that it'll be worth it. But with the sneaks, I'll probably wear them like once or twice. I remember when Rihanna first came out with her sneakers with the big bow, the little satin ones, and I got the pink ones, and I was so hyped. That was years ago. I've worn those sneakers probably 3 times, and I think I paid like $180 for them, and I wore those sneakers 3 times. Totally not worth it. And if I wear them now, I just feel like that's late. That's last season. I mean, I'm not like that. I'm not like that, but I feel like, let me just give them away to somebody because I feel like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to wear them. So I love high heels. I love platforms. The higher the platform, the better. Because if you think about it, the platform, if it's also in the front of the shoe, it actually isn't such a high heel because it's evened out. So platforms are super easy to walk in and I love them. Another thing about me that I enjoy doing is mimicking or imitating dishes off of Pinterest. So my favorite one that I've done so far is shrimp tacos with a garlic aioli. So that garlic aioli came out okay, but I love doing it, just trying out new things with my weight loss journey. There's so many things that I try not to eat that the things I do eat, I try to find different ways that I can make it. And as I already stated, shrimp is my favorite food. So with shrimp, I try to make all types of dishes, making sure I keep out carbs. Now, sometimes it's okay to have a baby amount of carbs. So if I want to do a shrimp scampi, I just make sure I don't have that many noodles and just be mindful of the portion that I'm eating. Shrek. How many of y'all have ever seen Shrek? All of you had to see Shrek. Shrek is super amazing. That is a movie that I can watch every single day. And every time I watch Shrek, I get a different message from it or I learn something new about it. And it just reminds me of all of our lives. So we all are human, but we all have these different backgrounds, these different stories that make up who we are. Are you going to be the person that people see you as, or are you going to be the person you see yourself as? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be Shrek? Do you want to be Fiona? Or do you want to be your individual selves? You know, I feel like Shrek was super amazing and it was hard for him to see who he really was because everybody labeled him. So don't allow anybody to label you based on your past or based on what you may have did or done or said. But you label yourself. You know who you are. You know what you want to respond to. So That's one of the reasons why I love Shrek. I think Shrek, it has so many different meanings to it. So if you have not seen Shrek, check it out. I think it's like 3 or 4 Shreks out, but the first one is super amazing. So that's the one that I will watch anytime. Candy isn't something that I really shouldn't be eating on the regular, but I have to let you know that one of my favorite candies is York Patties. Yes, it has the dark chocolate, it has the white mint on the inside, and it is super, super yummy. First of all, if you go to the Dollar Tree, yes, they have them at the dollar store. If you go to the Dollar Tree, they have the little minis, and for 2 minis, it's 100 calories. But it does have a lot of carbs in it. So not only am I looking at calories, but I'm looking at carbs too. But sometimes if I feel like, you know what, I worked out really hard this week, or you know what, that girl came to town. She came to visit and she's hurting my stomach and I'm cramping terribly. Oh yes, I'm going to reach for those 2 York patties, and those 100 calories will be well worth it. So 2 top aspirations. The first one is one day I would love to own my own recreation center in my community that I grew up in, just so it can be a spot where kids can go to have fun. They'll be able to get assistance with their homework, get assistance with applying to colleges, assistance with maybe even completing resumes so they can get their first job. So I grew up in West Philly. I'm not going to say it's the best area or the worst area, but it's definitely an area that I want to be able to help all of the children and the teenagers to be able to see and know that there is a future of success out there and honest hard work out there for them if they want to work hard for it. So that's one of my aspirations. My second aspiration is one day I would love to become a worldwide known motivational speaker, share my story on how I love myself, or how long it took me to love myself, my journey of weight loss, my journey of finding out who Christ is to me. So of course, I shared this in one of my first video. I talked about how I grew up in church, but just because you grow up in church doesn't mean you really know God. But the different experiences that I have had and that I will have that will include God and what he's doing for my life and how I can use that to help someone else. So recreation center, motivational speaker. And to last thing about me is one day I would love to get married to the man that God created just for me. I want to be my husband's rib, for the one God created just for me. And I would love to have a daughter, a little Ashley, just running all around, and us taking mother and daughter pictures and mother and daughter outings, and me learning how to ride a bike so I can teach her how to ride a bike, me learning how to swim so I can teach her how to swim, just being a wonderful wife and making sure my marriage is founded on God, and making sure I'm teaching my daughter about all the things that she needs to know to grow up in this world, to let her know she's beautiful, that she's worthy, that she doesn't have to change who she is to fit in. Like, that will be super, super dope. And I know that God will give it to me, because I know he will give me the desires of my heart if it's in his will for my life. But God, you already know who I want husband to be. So work it out, God. And last one, the 20th one, is I love me. So I just shared all of these things about myself to you. And this makes up why I love myself, because I'm unique, I'm different. Just like all of you are unique and different. And when I came up with this list, I kept saying, man, this is corny. This ain't gonna make sense. Or this video not gonna get likes. But it's like, it ain't about y'all. I love y'all, but it's not about y'all, but it's about me. This channel is all about me blossoming and getting to know myself. So these are all the things about me. These are the things that make up who Ashley, make up who Coco is. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. In the comments below, let me know about the things that make you who you are. Until then, continue to blossom.